Technological and moral, is inescapably familiar to us. For anyone born after the invention of the steam engine in the early 1700s, a steady series of mechanical and social changes, from the train and telegraph to the American and French revolutions, imbued each person with a sense of inexorable advancement. And it is these kinds of changes, James Gleick argues in his new book Time Travel, A History, that gave us the idea that we could literally travel to the future. Number 5. A photo was taken in 1940 of a crowd watching the reopening of the South Forks Bridge in Gold Bridge, Canada. When a portion of photo is enlarged, one man sticks out in the crowd. He appeared to be wearing modern clothes that critics claim were definitely not the style of 1940s. The man is wearing sunglasses and what looks like a cardigan of sorts and a t-shirt. Its authenticity was proven by NTV in Russia in 2010. Is this a man with incredibly modern style? Or evidence of time travel?
Number 4.
You probably haven't seen Charlie Chaplin's The Circus, much less the extras found on the DVD version, but in one of the scenes you'll see a person talking on what appears to be a cell phone at the movie's premiere in front of Grauman's Chinese Theater. Now this doesn't make sense, right? How can a cell phone work without the accompanying tower and networks in 1928? But not many have considered that this device could be from the far future, running on technology we cannot yet comprehend. Or, there was more than one time traveler, and the device is just a simple two-way radio. Number 3. This painting from the 1800s allegedly depicts Joseph Smith showing gold plates to 8 witnesses, and people have been saying these are actually compact disc cases. Clinterestingstuff.com says, 2 modern CD-ROMs are documented and described, circa 600s, in the Book of Mormon. This establishes that time travelers took 2 named mid-1990s CD-ROMs back to the past many times. It is noted in the Mormon Chronicles that these objects were placed in a box. Time travelers turned up to Joseph Smith and showed him where that box was hidden. He opened the box, noted these artifacts, and had a picture drawn of him holding 2 plates. He described the artifacts as here were 2 stones and silver bows, and these stones, fastened to a breastplate, constituted what is called the Rim and Thummim. Number 2. One evening in mid-June 1950, at about 11:15 p.m., a passersby in NYC's Times Square noticed Rudolph Fentz, who looked around 30 years of age, dressed in the fashion of the late 19th century. No one observed how he had arrived there, and he was disorientated and confused standing in the middle of an intersection. He was hit by a taxi and fatally injured, before people were able to intervene. The subsequent investigation by a night policeman revealed that the man had disappeared without trace in 1876 in the age of 29. The items in his possession were, a copper token for a beer, a bill for the care of a horse and the washing of a carriage, a letter from 1876 and $70 in business cards. There was no apparent aging, and some say he might have experienced a time slip. Number 1. When Chinese archaeologists opened a giant coffin of what was believed to be an undisturbed, 400-year-old seeking tomb in Shanxi County, they discovered a small watch-shaped piece of metal, with the time frozen at 10:06. That's not all, the word Swiss was engraved on the back.
Let it go.